Hi everyone, it's Lee Stitch. I'm Liesl, the Stitcher.
Hi, my
And
name.
this is Gwen, my fantastic little helper.
Thanks, Mum.
And today's Tuesday, the 11th of May. Thank you for everybody who watched our last video and subscribed. It was wonderful. I'm still very much learning about these videos. It took me a while to figure out that the comments were actually turned off and I turned them back on. And I'm also going to try and edit, so cross fingers that works.
Yeah, cross fingers.
The last video was much longer than what I thought it was going to be. I didn't realise I had that many whips.
So this time I'm gonna be Mum's really good time helper and tell her once 20 minutes have been. We've got a plan for that.
Yes.
You'll get to see it. If it finishes on 20 minutes, then it might not happen. But if it will, you get to get some funnies.
So I've got two whips. This is so the first one I'm going to show you is the mini Mandelas 1, 2, and 3 from Chatelaine. These are the first Chatelaines I tried. My mum actually bought these for me. I think it was when I was in my teens, and I'm like, I can't do these. They're way too hard. They're way above me. And then I pulled them out when I was in my 30s and said, I'm going to give this a shot, and I loved them. I did actually have rebought the pack myself as a PDF because I found the paper too hard to work off, but they are just, this one's Mini Mandela 2, and I loved these. These are so, anybody wants to try a Chatelaine and you're a little bit too worried, try these mini ones first because they're small and amazing, and you really get a good taste for them. And then you just won't want to stop. Absolutely won't want to stop. And this one's number 3. And number 1, I didn't actually like the look of number 1. And till I saw a friend of mine, she'd done number 1. And I'm like, wow, gorgeous. So I'm doing number 1 now. And this is stitched on Calicosade Fabrics, 28 count Opal Lagana, Silver Springs, which was just something I had in my stash to do. And the other whip I forgot is another small one, and these are the sparklers from Northern Expressions. This is there's 6 in the set. I've done 3, and these are really quick to do. I can do these and shoot them off on a weekend. So this is another one I want to finish at the end of the year. I've only got 3 left. This one's baby blue, lava red, slipper it. And then there's a purple, a green, and I can't remember the other one. But these are also really fun to do. So they're the whips.
The whips and the whoops.
And I thought, actually I'll do works in progress. I've only worked on 2 this week. I got totally and utterly addicted to my Chatelaine Japanese Zen Moss Garden, which I can't remember whether I mentioned this in the last video. This one is I'm stitching on a 28 Lagana, which it's my favourite fabric. Calicosade Fabrics Plain Garden Party, which is a very subtle fabric, which I like for Chatelaines. And this is Japanese Zen Moss Garden, and I've done one side, and I just love Chatelaines. Most of this it's all metallics and silk threads and just gorgeous to stitch with. And I actually spend about a year with these on lay-by, the kits, the Chatelaine kits. I'll lay-by it for about a year and then I get it sent because I just love working with the silks, and it's just how I can afford to do it. So, but yeah, because I know Chatelaines can be they're very expensive. Next is my Dark Queen of the Seas, which I am determined to keep up to this one. So a friend of mine sent me photos, and hers part 9, the tail. Well, I shouldn't say the tail. I think it's going to tentacle. I'll call her Ursula, because I'm pretty sure she's going to be a sea witch like Ursula. Hers was all done. I thought, I've got to get my butt into gear and do this one. So I'm going to get her done by the month. I'm going to keep up. So not much progress, but I was totally addicted to the Chatelaine. Still am. And next we've got some. We're just going to pause for a sec.
Wow, guys, is amazing.
We're back.
Sorry we took so long.
Well, it was paused. So, finishes. Don't scrunch them up, please. This one is a Teresa Welser one that I started. I think I would have started something like 2003 or something like that, and then I stopped. I stopped cross stitching for years. I had kids. I moved. I had kids, and this is Teresa Welser, who I love. This is her fantasy sampler, which I'm not sure whether you can actually see all of this. It's very detailed, and I've got to get it framed.
Wow.
It's
I'm speechless. This is just amazing.
I love unicorns.
I like the Pegasus.
You like the Pegasus?
I like the Pegasus.
Can you send me the other one?
Ta-da!
This one is Dimensions Petite. Moonlit Cabin, I'm pretty sure. I saw this one, I actually did it for my husband. Gwen, don't kick the camera, please. And I actually hated doing this one. It looks fantastic. I detested it. So the cross-stitch meetup group that I meet up with once a month, lady Taryn and I, we had an agreement because she had a piece that she hated as well, is we got to do at least 10 stitches every single night. And I finished mine, but hers was this massive blanket, so she's still working on hers. But I might have to do that with another one, but I don't have anything I really detest. Thank God at the moment. And this one is a freebie pattern from Linen and Thread's Mirabilia Retreat in 2017, which, oh no, I think I want to get this one done into like a little pillow or something. I don't know. I don't really want to get this one framed.
If it goes into a pillow, can I have it?
Can you have it? So that's what's that one?
What's this?
That's my initials, LT. What else? Oh, the other one. This is one of my latest finishes. Cinderella, Mirabilia Cinderella. Love this fabric. This other fabric. With the retreat, you could order the like a kit to go with the freebie pattern, and I can't. This 28 count linen, maybe 32. I don't know what it's called, unfortunately. This one is 28 count linen, Flotsam and Jetsam by Chromatic Alchemy, and I described.
Did you leave the shoe on the stairs?
I haven't found a shoe. This is Cinderella, which I don't know if you guys can see.
I know. You can see her foot.
Yep.
Because she left the slipper, and she's got another one that has the slipper. But wow.
This one took years to finish. I would have started this in 2017, and the reason why it took so long is that she sat in sin bin for a while.
20. That took 4 years.
I messed up the skin here. All the skin's done 1/1, and what I did is this skin all here is meant to be this lighter color here, and you've just got this one row in this darker color. And I did the dark colour, and then I just picked up exactly the same colour and stitched up her whole arm, all in 1/1. Whole arm up here, got up to about here and realised, oh no, that's the same colour. Which, don't know why that took me so long to realise. And unpicking's not fun, but unpicking 1/1 is really not fun. So she was sin binned for years. I actually took her to another Mirabilia retreat run by and showed it to Nora Corbett, the designer, saying, oh, what do you think if I did this? And Nora was actually really nice and told me I was freaking out too much and that she was really beautiful. But I am really happy she's done. I am happy she's done. She's so sparkly, and I am going to get her framed. Just, yeah, she was totally worth it in the end.
Yep.
And she's going in my office, not in your bedroom. So I do have some other finishes, but they're all in the house, which I your father's studying at the moment, so I don't want to bother him, so we'll do those another time. But I was also running, because I wanted the comments on, because I was just wondering, What else would you guys like to see? Like, I've got my other finishes. I've got heaps of patterns, heaps of stash. Like I said, I've got a lot of Heaven and Earth designs, the Mirabilias, Nora Corbett's, some kits, and some other stuff. What else have I got? If you let me know if you're interested in that. But otherwise, yes, please comment. Let me know. Let Gwen know.
Is it finished?
Yes, you're on.
Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming and watching our video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe so we can upload more videos. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. I hope you have a really good time.
This is Sleeping Beauty's Castle by Chatelaine. It's my first big Chatelaine. I love it. Lots and lots of Jessica stitches in this one, so you get a lot of practice with those. I left all the beading till the end on this one, and there's over like 4,500 beads, and usually I don't mind beading, but totally beaded out. So from now on, with any Chatelaines I do, I bead as I go on scroll frames and just add the big treasures on last, because I just got so worn out. But this was just an amazing, beautiful piece. Still love it. This one won first prize and best exhibit at the Hawkesbury show in 2019. So very proud of that. The fabric is a 28 Lagana Colour Cascade Fabrics Lucky Dip Ice Dye with greys, violets and blues. I really wanted a foggy kind of sky. I had this image of the castle like coming out of fog. And I think Tammy from Colour Cascade Fabrics just nailed it. The fabric's beautiful. And this is Maria Antoinette by Chatelaine. This one is, I went on they had a Versailles exhibition in Canberra. So I went on a weekend away with my mum to that, and absolutely gorgeous, beautiful stuff there. And I really loved the fans from there that they had, the Versailles. And so this is, I saw this pattern and it just reminded me of the fans at Versailles. And so whenever I look at this project, I actually think of that weekend away with my mother. So I have been to Versailles, which was great, but this piece, whenever I look at this piece, it reminds me of that really fun weekend away with my mum. So, and that sits in the foyer of my home. Those roses on the side have like 20 colours in them. 20 colours, amazing.
That's been happening lately.
This is a piece for my daughter Gwen. I originally was going to do just the G, had the fabric, and then for some reason said, no, I'm going to do her whole name instead. So I had to reorder the same piece of fabric but much bigger so it could fit. And did that, and
which is funny now that I have all this donut stuff.
Gwen loves it. Yeah, she absolutely loves it.
I know. It's ridiculous.
This also won a prize at the Hawkesbury show. She actually didn't want to put it in the Hawkesbury show because it meant she wouldn't have it. I had to lend her one of my other cross stitches to hang in her bedroom while this was in the show.
I know I'm not supposed to be buying things.
And I did colour change the N on that one. Angel of Healing by Lavender and Lace. This I did for my mother-in-law. My son Ian picked the pattern, and my daughter Gwen actually helped me do some cross stitches. Every time she did a stitch, she would unthread the needle. But this was meant to be a just because present, but then I was told my hubby he had to choose what to give her for Christmas, and he's like, oh, I know, you can give her that cross stitch you're doing for her. So I then had to finish it in like 3 or 4 weeks, because I also had to explain to him we've got to leave time for it to get framed as well, but I did do it. I love the gradients of the jewels there. That just works out, and the metallics is it turned out absolutely beautiful, and I'm very happy with this piece, especially the one over the one on the face. That face is just amazing. And now we've got my very first Mirabilia Blue Beads Princess that I did. All the skin is 1/1 again. What I do is 1/1 on skin is I do 1 or 2 strands of skin, and then I work on something else, and then I go back to the skin, and then I work on something else. So the skin's not so bad, and I do the skin a little differently now, so it doesn't look so pisculated. Doesn't look so harsh. So I've gotten a bit better at the skin, but the fabric is 28 count Lagana Opal When Mermaids Cry by Colour Cascade Fabrics, and I have plans to do Gypsy Mermaid on the same fabric. But there's also a purple conversion of this which looks really nice. So. And my unicorn project, Seaside Kingdom by Mirabilia. I added the shirt, the boys wearing a shirt, and what else? I've filled in the castle as well. The castle's actually not charted to be stitched, but I've done it with a cottage garden threads, melting moments, and butterbean, and I combined the two together because I didn't want a stripy look, so it looked like more sandy. And that's all done in half stitch. It's also done on 32 count fabric, Kinance fabric by Sparklies. If you're going to do this piece, don't do it on 32 count fabric or 32 count hand dyed fabrics. The beads get very, very squished together. But I love this piece. I keep thinking about my son and daughter.